Ranger.
And then the White Ranger. That's it.
And then okay.
He's the 5th Ranger. He's not a 6th Ranger, but he's considered one.
So
And
what's
he's
so
special.
special about the 6th Ranger again?
There's
They
something
are-
special about them.
They are typically a Ranger that is stronger than the other 5 individually, but not together. And they have their own Zord that can become a Megazord on its own, or with like borrowing a Zord from the others. Like Tommy had the Dragon Zord. It's its own Zord. It can morph with the others. Or
You
not
point
morph,
at me like I understand what you're talking about.
It can combine with the 6th Ranger is basically like an auxiliary ranger, like he's an addition to the team to help them defeat the enemy. Like the Green Ranger in the storyline for Mighty Morphin was originally a good guy. Rita got the coin, got a hold of the coin, and so the 6th Ranger is powered by evil due to Rita. Anyways, they are a ranger who typically is male. I don't think I've ever seen a female 6th Ranger. Well, RPM had one, and Dino Charge is going to have one. But they are...
Thanks for the spoiler alert. Jeez.
Well, Down Charge is already over.
Yeah, and they're typically a male who...
Are you talking about the Purple Ranger?
Yeah, she's...
Oh,
Purple Angel's a girl.
yeah. I know.
Uh,
I mean, I have watched the whole first season,
Yeah.
but they don't have Super Dino Charge on Netflix yet. So
Okay. Never mind. Go ahead.
But the 6th Ranger is typically male, typically strong enough to beat each of the Rangers on their own or together, for the most part. But ends
because
up becoming
Green
an
Ranger
ally.
kicked the shit out of all of them.
He's the only Ranger to ever come close. White Ranger and Dino Thunder did too, but he... I don't know, it's... The 6th Ranger is a conundrum within Power Rangers because the 6th Ranger can basically beat the enemy on his own, but he chooses to fight with the team. He's not really...
Well, you boring.
Yeah, I mean...
Here's Power Rangers, or Power Ranger, new season, just one.
Just one.
Just the one.
Well...
The Rainbow Ranger.
Rainbow Ranger.
I'd watch it. But...
Everyone, I mean, everyone who's like a
there's
huge
been
fan of the
seasons
show
where there's
would.
been more than one 6th Ranger, and so they're added all together as 6th Rangers. So there's like 7th Rangers, and you got Dino Charge, which is even worse.
Which
There's
is like
11 of them,
Ranger.
yeah.
But I don't know. Megaforce played on that idea though. Is like if you have 2 Rangers from the same team who are both 6th Rangers, what do you do? Well, in one episode, he combined the Gold and Silver RPM Ranger keys together and made a hybrid Ranger.
But it's 2 different people, right?
Well, it's 2 different suits.
He used this.
yeah.
He used this.
2 different suits. So, okay. So
It
it's
was
one
2 different
person that
people.
controlled both suits.
Well, no, it's 2 different people, but when he changes into their outfit, he combines the keys that allow him to morph into them. And so his one suit is a combination of both of their suits and their powers.
But it's not one person morphing into the other person like Firestorm.
No.
Yeah, it's not like Firestorm.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so Cody just knows everything about Power Rangers, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not
Very
going to say that
extensive.
I'm the know-it-all or that I'm a connoisseur. Like, I'm not seeing every season, but I know enough to know that Power Rangers does have a lot of norms, but then it's not as cut and paste as everybody says it is in regards to
Not
the
always.
teams. I mean, for example, there's been female leaders of the teams. There's been female Red Rangers. Samurai had one. There was
Oh,
a
I didn't
female
know
Red
that.
Ranger in Samurai.
See, I
Yeah.
haven't watched Samurai. There's a lot I haven't watched. Like I said, I just think, this season looks interesting, so I'll like watch an episode or two, see if it kind of like pulls me in, and if it doesn't, sometimes I'll just move on to something else.
Yeah.
And there's seasons that are like that. Like Jungle Fury was hard to get into because the lead guy is like Shaggy from Scooby Doo that
You
knows
got
Kung Fu.
Jungle Fury. I got...
And the theme songs are all equally as terrible, unless it's the original one. Let's be honest, the original theme song's the best. But
It's kind of cheesy in the preview when it said "go" and then "go."
Oh, in the trailer for the movie?
trailer for
But,
the
I mean,
movie.
it's harkening back to, Go Power Rangers.
Right, back to like '93 or whatever
Right.
it is.
Okay,
that's not copyright, is it?
Not with the way you did it. No, we're good.
Okay, good.
okay.
Thank you.
No,
thank you.
To kind of bring James back into the conversation,
What?
I found something. Well, I think I found it on Tumblr a couple of years ago, where it's a fan film. It's like 15 minutes long. That I sent you guys. That was pretty.
Dude, that thing with
sweet.
Dawson's Creek in it?
Yeah, it had James Vanderbeek in it, and it had Katie Sackhoff, who was in Battlestar Galactica.
Mm-hmm.
And she played Kimberly, and he was Rocky. And is Rocky the second Red Ranger?
Rocky is the second Red Mighty Morphin Ranger. He comes in after Jason, Trini, and Zach leave and go to the World Peace Conference.
Oh, that's a nice
That was their way of covering up the fact that they wanted more money, and they said no.
Oh, that's okay.
And so that's how we got.
Of course,
Adam,
it had to be the
Asian,
two minority characters.
who's Asian, and he becomes the Black Ranger.
And that's kind
and
of
then
how
Aisha, who is black, and becomes the Yellow Ranger. That was their way.
So
of
they just
solving-
switched colors.
Yeah, that was their way of solving that dilemma. But the
Yeah,
Red
oh yeah,
Ranger's still
problem
the white guy.
solved.
Well, it kind of carried over because Ludi Lin plays Zack in the new movie.
Yeah, and then
He's
R.J.
Asian.
Seiler, who is
And
black, plays
plays the
Billy,
Blue
who's
Ranger.
Dude, I have no idea what the hell you guys are talking about right now.
It's the people from the trailer that you've watched.
Yeah,
The
like-
black guy is the Blue Ranger. The Asian guy is the Black Ranger.
and then both girl Rangers are actually, I think, both Hispanic. Well,
Yeah.
I know Becky G is,
They're Latina.
which is Trini.
And that's the Yellow Ranger.
Yes.
And actually, the girl
From Lemonade Mouth is the Pink Ranger.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
she's actually Hispanic. I think.
God, I love that movie.
That is actually a
Lemonade
really
Mouth?
good movie.
Dude, Lemonade Mouth is good.
It is good.
The
I hate
music
to
for
admit
it's
it,
great.
but I
Oh,
did
that
enjoy it.
redheaded kid, man. From
Wendell?
Yeah, is that Drake and Josh or whatever
No,
that show
it's,
was? What show was he on?
Zeke and Luther.
Okay. I love that kid.
Adam Hicks.
Oh, Adam Hicks is good. Is it wrong that I kind of want him to put out a rap album?
No, because he can do
I think
it.
the world could do with less white rappers.
He
Actually,
can actually
No.
rap, though.
No.
That's
He
the thing.
needs to put out a rap album.
He can actually rap.
He's
oh
good.
My God, he's like neon white. Like he's a flannel wearing ginger.
He has.
Oh,
it's
it's
like
hilarious.
Macklemore.
He
He's got red
goes
hair.
outside and he doesn't
Ugh.
sunburn. He bursts into flame.
Yeah, that's what I do too. Thank
Okay,
you,
but-
Irish.
Hey, yo, Irish, switch.
But yeah, so
But anyway, the Dawson's Creek crossover with
well, it's not a
Battlestar
crossover,
Galactica.
No, but you get what he's
Battlestar
saying.
Galactica, Dawson's Creek crossover. Go for it.
but okay, so this is like a 15-minute fan film that was actually taken off the internet for a while because Haim Saban hated it because it's very adult. It's very graphic.
Oh yeah, people doing lines of coke and getting their brains blown out.
Wasn't that the
Yeah.
Black Ranger?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Black Ranger was doing coke off a stripper or something.
I kind of wish Lil Wayne would have played the Black Ranger because it would have been funny.
No,
Like,
It might be a little.
Not really. It's still Zach Taylor.
The views of this show, or views of Cody Walker, don't.
I'm
reflect-
being an ass. I'm
Um,
kidding. It's the fact that like
But
he
that-
does kind of become like that superstar lifestyle within the movie, though.
well, and he
Yeah,
goes to
like-
North Korea and just
annihilates
oh
them.
my
guys.
god, that scene was awesome.
No, that
Oh
was
yeah,
so
no.
cool.
The whole movie is awesome.
So when
Except
was
I
when,
didn't like how Rita looked. Like she just seemed
weird?
kinda, yeah, she
yeah,
did
like
look a little
duct
weird.
tape helmet or something.
Yeah,
it was weird.
Did not look.
When did that come out? Oh my god, you
That was-
stink dog.
That was at least
2014.
2013, 2014.
Yeah, I think that's when it was, and it was brilliant. Loved it. And
It was a great kind of, I guess, homage to the original series.
it's
Even though it was
what
received
happens when they grow
terribly
up.
by both
Jason David Frank.
Jason
and
David Frank put out
Haim
a
Saban.
scathing review of that thing.
Well, because it goes against what they were really trying to do with the Power Rangers, because of the dark tones
Wow.
of it, and having like Bulk and Skull be heroin junkies, and
Trini's dead, which God rest her soul.
Billy
Thoy
was-
Trang was her name, who played Trini. She actually did die in a car accident, and so
Oh,
that was
okay.
kind of their homage to her, as being like, respect your wishes. Sorry that she died, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And
and
that's why they attend her funeral in the movie.
In the movie, yeah.
because she did die.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And in this little movie, Billy killed himself, or he died.
I think you're right. I
Well,
think he
a
killed
lot of the
himself.
Rangers were being murdered.
Jason's dead. Billy's dead.
Trini's dead.
Trini's dead.
We saw Zach get murdered
Yeah, Zach gets murdered. Kimberly gets held captive, and Tommy.
by Rocky. Or
Well,
But
Rocky
that's not
works
Kim.
for.
Well, spoiler alert. That's not. Kimberly's dead on the battlefield.
yeah, you find out later.
Yeah.
that she was actually dead, and
Rita
It was-
was.
Rita was impersonating her and going through and.
But anyway, what I said to Kaylin was, I was like, dude, I would watch that show every week.
Oh yeah.
If they had a Power
If-
Rangers TV show like that, it would be amazing.
Like dark Power Rangers like that. Oh my god.
And I mean, and just imagine, like, that's what the movie is going to be like.
Oh,
but
the movie
with
will be lighter
tone.
than that.
I mean,
yeah.
lighter
It's
tones,
the idea
yeah,
of what
but
would happen, at least with Zach. What would happen if the military got a hold of the Power Ranger?
oh shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he's a total military agent, which is
Yeah.
cool.
Because
As he
he's-
drops into North Korea. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's looking for that next thrill, that next high. kind of thing.
And that's why they show him, doing coke and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
he's just in it for the rush.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and that's actually harkening into the comics real quick. That's what's going on in number 11 of the Power Rangers comic book that Kyle Higgins and Hendry Persetti are doing.
No, you talked about that before.
Yeah,
the
the Matt
Mastodon
Herms-
Army.
The Mastodon Century. It's literally a militia of Black Rangers. And Tommy and Billy escape down into this cavern area, and they hear a voice talking, and Tommy's like, what is that? And he pries these doors open, and it's Saba, which is the first appearance of anything with the White Ranger other than the Mysterious Ranger, who's a combination of both. And Saba talks about being locked away, and I don't remember exactly why he was locked away, but then Lord Drakon shows up, and he takes his
All right,
helmet
that's
off.
not.
But we won't
Okay.
spoil it past that.
As Cody likes to go panel for panel and discussing comics.
Well, no, there's a whole lot of dialogue.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of dialogue in it.
And then he
It's
takes off a
pretty
glove, and then he goes to sleep for the next 6 hours. And then it says somewhere over Arizona,
Well,
and then
good. What?
nothing.
I like that what
Is that
they're
a-
doing though is they're showing what would happen if had the Green Ranger won or had the military or somebody like that gotten hold of the Power Rangers
Yeah.
coins. Like, what would the military do if they got coins like that?
I don't know. Probably.
Exactly that.
I mean, they would probably find the ship where they kept where like Zordon and Alpha 5 are, and they'll be like taking Alpha 5 apart and inspecting the ship, and probably trying to dissect somebody, because that's usually what happens when the military gets a hold of an alien
Yep.
thing in every movie ever. It's not.
That's just movie rules.
That's just how it works.
The government hates aliens
And when
in
the-
every movie.
It's just when the government gets involved, if anything, that's usually when it goes to shit.
Even in Arrival,
Oh yeah.
the distrust from our government. I mean, that's all we can go off of. Really, is our government
Yeah.
is just
Well, a little bit with the
Rampant.
Chinese government. Like,
I think it was the North Korean, or
no, it was
one-
China.
Okay, yeah, China was.
in Arrival is China. Yeah.
China was the one that kind of started to break the chain.
Yeah.
But anyways, just a quick side note. Arrival is a great movie. When you get a chance, watch it.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But back to that little movie.
The fan film.
I mean,
Dawson's Creek Best.
I
Cover,
found
sorry,
it on
that's a good
YouTube.
crossover.
It might
That's where I
still
found
be on YouTube. I don't know if they are still trying.
That's
to
where you
take
showed it
down.
to us. That's where I watched it.
Yeah,
You-
because
you
I
looked
I
at it
watched
from
it when
YouTube.
it first came out. Like, it popped up in my newsfeed, and I was like, I gotta watch it.
Yeah, I mean that's when it first came out. I watched it too,
Yeah,
but
it's-
there were times when I wanted to go back and watch it again. But then they'll say like this was removed for copyright purposes or something like that. So hopefully, and of course the video I sent you guys was posted a year ago.
Yeah.
Oh, then
So-
it's fine
And-
at this point.
Yeah,
Makes you wonder though, like, that's probably what would happen when they grew up. They're not kids anymore in that film.
yeah. When they're
adults.
and I mean, of course, if you're like a teenager and then you're recruited to fight an evil witch who has a moon base, it's probably gonna.
They talk about that
Be
too. though.
weird.
They're like, we were just kids, basically.
Yeah, I mean that's what Kimberly was saying. Or
Well,
no, Rocky was.
Rocky.
He's like, why do you think they chose kids to fight this battle? And she's like, we were the only ones who could destroy Rita. And he's like, go grow up and blah blah blah.
But
yeah,
he was
Rocky
talking
was a
to
dick.
Rita.
No, he didn't know that though.
I know, but why would she say that we were the only ones that could defeat her?
Because they did repeatedly.
But she's still alive.
I mean,
She's
the Power
eventually. I
Rangers-
mean, she's basically wet working her entire operation and going around and making sure that they're all dead.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing what she never, or she's basically, I guess, in this little film, she did what she was trying to do with Tommy, but instead of having a ranger fight another ranger, she became a ranger to infiltrate them and then bump them off one by one.
Yeah.
Because that's what she did to Zach, and that's what she did to Billy, and they didn't show anything with Trini, but I think
She killed Jason.
No, that was she didn't kill Jason, or did she?
She caused his death, I think.
She caused it, but it was like the military guys, because I guess they were wanted or something.
I have no idea.
Because
been
Bulk
forever
and
since I've seen
Skull
it.
showed sold them out for
Yeah.
drugs,
Yeah, they did.
and she made sure they died.
But anyway, like I said,
It was awesome. It was so good.
if you're like me and you find yourself looking at Power Ranger stuff, like the stuff that's on TV, the TV shows, and you're like, "What?" Go check this. Just go check the video out, man. Because seriously, you're gonna sit there and go, "Why can't this be a thing?" And obviously, copyright reasons, but it's
They just need to strike a
It's
deal with
impressive,
Netflix
man.
and be like, we're going to do a more adult-themed Power Rangers, and it's going to kind of look
Nah.
like this.
hopefully the movie takes off, man. I think the movie has a lot of potential.
for sure.
And I just hope that the people that are gonna go see that movie no matter what